everybody, and welcome to the TRWC Tailgate Party. I am your host, Majestic Marie, and it's Wednesday, and you guys know what that means. That means we are here to preview tonight's AEW Dynamite in Toronto. It's going to be a special one, and this podcast right now is a special one because I have my very good friend Ray all day here with me. Hi, Ray. How
Hey,
are you doing?
thanks for having me again.
This has become like a regular thing. I almost need to add your picture to the beginning to the beginning reel.
Exactly. I'm like, wait a minute. You could throw one picture on there.
Right, and be like at the very end. Oh, and Ray all day too.
Exactly. Like rolling credits.
So before we get into the show, I'm going to go ahead and take care of some business. Make sure you guys follow the Real Wrestling Community on Facebook. They do a really great job over there. They're so nice. They let me stream to their platform every Wednesday right here at 5 p.m. Eastern. And, it's been a great partnership with them. So I'm pretty excited to continue on with that. And guys, make sure you also follow me on Peaches and Power Bombs if you haven't already. We are sneaking up on that 1,000 followers number. So if you haven't already, go give us a follow. If you have, tell your friends about us at Peaches and Power Bombs because we're trying to make that 1,000 follower mark. Because once we hit that, we can get some really neat interviews for the podcast. So if you want to see cooler interviews than what we already do, make sure you go over and give us a follow. So this is an interesting show that we have, Ray. What do you think of the card as you can see?
I like it. I mean, it's a little unique because these are actually like events that you could see on a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, these are like building storyline feud matches. These aren't like just randos. So I'm very, very surprised. Happily surprised, but surprised nonetheless.
Yep. I'm pretty surprised too, but it makes it all more exciting to watch the show for tonight. So
Right.
I'm glad that they're kind of changing things around a little bit and making things feel actually important to make you want to see it. And it's not just like, oh, here's a match. We're just giving it to you and we're not building up towards it. So
Exactly. It's not just this guy's fighting this guy for absolutely no reason. Just because. It's like
right.
there's actually some like story behind it and they're actually building up. There's like some, beef between the guys. So like I said, these two main events are really good tonight.
I mean, I like the idea of the fighting champion montage, like what they were doing with, I know you don't like him, but Orange Cassidy, but not with every championship and not with every person on the roster, where they're just like, hey, we're going to do this randomly, but we're here and we're just going to do it anyway, even though I don't dislike you. There's no reason for me to hate you, but we're just going to do this anyway.
Yeah. It's like, wait a minute. I didn't know these two guys were in a feud. Yeah, well, they are now.
Yeah. They just decided it right this second. Hey, I hate you.
I don't. Let's go. Did you say anything to me? No, I just don't like you. Let's go. Okay.
Well, that's John Moxley, kind of, but it fits within his character. But I think he's the only person who could really get by with that.
Yeah. Moxley would be the only one that I'd be like, okay.
But. Of course, all right. You just want to stab somebody with a fork, so let's go. All right, we have the crew in our along with us today. So Shane is here, and he says hello. And Christine is here as well. And she wanted to make sure that you weren't left out, Ray. She sent another message that says hello.
Hello, how are you?
And Shane has a trivia question for us, so I'm kind of scared. He says, I got a trivia question. I found this one interesting. Who participated in the very first scaffold match? I have no idea.
I have no idea.
No idea. Please enlighten us, Shane.
I have zero idea.
We don't know. All right.
In ECW.
Very likely. I don't know. All right, so before we get into the show, once again, we are going to have the Briscoe brothers get us ready.
Ain't no way, chick. Ain't ready. There ain't no way, man. Ain't ready. Ain't no way y'all could possibly be ready. You can say you're ready as many times as you want. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Y'all boys ain't ready. There's no way, man.
I know that's been the hype video for like a year, for like almost a year and a half now, but I just can't replace it. It's so good. I love the Briscoes.
Love
All
that.
right. Yes, very much so. Uh-oh, we lost him. Are you still there? There you are. Hi. All right. Ray, are you with us? Okay. Well, guys, let me read some more comments while Ray tries to get his technical difficulties under control. And Christine is saying, "Happy birthday to Sting." I didn't realize it was his birthday. That's awesome. And Shane is answering the trivia question. He says, Bill Superstar Dundee versus Coco Beware, 1986, and Bill Dundee won. That was a year before I was born, Shane, so I did not know that. That's really cool. And I love going back and watching old matches, especially with my dad. So that's pretty cool. Shane, are you there? I mean, Ray, are you there? I'm sorry, I was talking.
I don't know what happened.
Never know with these.
Start going crazy. I don't know, but I'm here.
Yay! You never know with technology.
Yeah. Who are we talking about now? Hook and Jericho?
Yes, we have Chris Jericho versus Hook.
I like the fact that Hook's actually talking a little bit.
Yeah.
Thing was really starting to get on my nerves. I'm sorry.
Oh, really?
Just a little. I mean, he's an amazing wrestler. Like, go. But like that just complete mute. Like Orange was doing that for a while now. Orange actually has a voice. This guy, he has a character to him. Obviously, I want to see Chris, do well, but Hook's got to go over because Hook's the up and comer and Hook's the the next big thing. I think he's got a lot of charisma. I like him. I like him a lot.
I like Hook a lot too. I don't really mind the silent thing because we've talked about this before. I like the guys that just come in, beat people up, and go home. They don't have to say much to me, so that's never a problem for me. But he does have a lot of spunk to him, so he's a compelling person. So even if he were to talk, and he is starting to talk a little bit, it's drawing me in too. So I'm happy about that. The thing I'm worried about, and I want to get your take on this, is the Chris Jericho curse. This is what I'm calling it in AEW. It seems like every person who goes up against Jericho looks worse afterwards. There's been a few exceptions who have survived that, Orange Cassidy being one, and like MJF being another. And Eddie Kingston has kind of slowly survived it too. But like Ricky Starks, where is that dude?
Yeah.
Adam Cole came out with his feud with Jericho looking worse too. Sorry, but he did.
I agree.
It was bad.
That was a horrible.
Who else? Like everybody. Sammy Guevara has unfortunately been, tied to this guy's hip for his entire AEW run. And it's like every time we think he's going to escape Jericho, they reel him back in, and I'm like, no, just let him go.
Horrible. Yeah.
Let him go. He's a grown up now. He's in his 30s. You can let him go and live his own little life.
Yeah, let him be. Let him be. I don't know. I mean, I would hope not, because I do like Hook. Now, here's a guy that's not the biggest guy, but he looks the part, as opposed to the 9-pound, 6-ounce Orange. That's a great example. Hook actually looks like a wrestler, even though he's not the biggest guy in the world. He's not like Brian Cage, but
Mm-hmm.
still looks, he's got nice definition. He looks like he's a wrestler. He looks like he can fight. If I
And
saw,
he,
I'd be a little scared. Orange, I'd be like, let's go.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
You're like, Orange.
yeah, I wouldn't be
But
scared. I'd throw apples at him. I'd be like, get away from me.
that's funny. Apples.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully the Jericho curse won't affect him. I mean, he does have that FT belt, which I don't know how much value that has, but
0.
I never see big feuds for that belt. That's weird.
No, not really. Not really since like Brian Cage and Ricky Starks.
Yeah, exactly.
That was the last time when Team Taz was still a thing. That was years ago. So
I don't know.
I think they just need to kind of get rid of it, but they're still kind of keeping it just to be respectful towards Taz, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not recognized as an official title by the company, so there's that too. It's like it's a prop.
Yeah, it's like
it's a weight belt pretty much for Hook.
But he does defend it though, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is, and like, why would you want that? It's not even like a real.
It's not even a
thing.
real. Yeah, I don't get it. That's just weird. I know he's respecting his father, but like, all right, there's other ways you could respect him.
Yeah. And like I said, Hook does carry himself like a real like fighter too. So there's that part. You don't always have to look the part, but if you carry yourself like you're that part, then you come off a little bit more believable, in my opinion.
100%.
All right, no comments. Okay. Everybody is silent on Chris Jericho and Hook. They're like, I don't think anybody cares or wants to see it.
They're probably at church praying that Hook doesn't get hurt.
Right. That might be a possibility. Yeah, when I was at the Collision tapings a couple weeks ago, Chris Jericho was in this match with one of the CMLL guys. I think it was Teton.
Okay.
And he wins, of course. And then the Gates of Agony guys come out of nowhere, and I was like, okay. And they started attacking Jericho, and I was like, is there a reason for this? Maybe this has been happening on Rampage. I don't watch Rampage, so I had no clue, and I was like, okay. And then here comes Hook to chase the guys away with a kendo stick, and I'm like, why is Hook here, and why does he care about Chris Jericho? I'm so confused. I don't know what's going on.
I don't understand. Like, I have no idea. Like, they have this Tony, I love him, but these random people that he pairs up with for absolutely no reason at all.
Like, and then last week on Dynamite, I think the two teamed up against the Gates of Agony, and I think they won that match.
They did, and then Jericho wants to like fight him now to see if he's legit and wants to be part of his. I don't know. It's just weird because again, there's no rhyme or reason to it at all.
No, I mean, I think they tried to build up to it, which I'll give them kudos for trying something. But and who knows? They might have been building this on Rampage, and we're just one of the people who don't watch Rampage.
No, I don't know. They could be building something, but again, I don't know.
I don't know either. All right, let's move on. We have a girls' match. I'm pretty excited about this. Toni Storm and Mariah May versus Deonna Purrazzo and Thunder Rosa. I wasn't aware of the fact that Thunder Rosa was announced as Deonna's partner. Maybe I missed something. I didn't get to watch Collision, and of course I don't watch Rampage, so I don't know where that came from, but I'm excited about it nonetheless. Deonna Purrazzo needs a strong babyface on her team, so excited about that.
100%. And Timeless is amazing.
Yes.
Mariah actually can go too. I saw her couple matches. She's actually pretty good in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is actually a good match. Like, you got 4 legit people in there, and at least there's a rhyme and reason to it. Shocker,
Yes.
Keith and Mariah May, and obviously, now Thunder Rosa's coming into the picture. At least it makes sense. This makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So, here's actually a story. I know, people hate to hear those words, but here's a story behind this dispute. So it makes sense. I like it.
Yep, I like it too. I was a little worried that they were going to throw Mercedes right into the title picture too. And I was like, no, 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 don't do that yet. Don't do that yet. And they're like, okay, we're just going to keep continuing with Deanna. And I was like, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd love to see Deanna get a rematch, one more before they try to throw someone else in the mix. Like, what happened to multiple title defenses against the same person? Like, hey, you got lucky this time, beat me again or something. What happened to those? I missed those.
I know, right?
Call them up. Feuds? Yeah, there you go.
Well, nowadays we all have the attention span of a gnat, so it's like, okay, I'm done with that. Let's move on. Next.
That's so true.
The longer your YouTube video is, the less, the least well it does. It's like it has to be a minute or less in order to get views on it. And I'm like, okay, y'all can't sit there and watch a 3-minute video. Gotcha. That
great.
is now too long.
Wow. Yeah.
It's funny.
Look at some of the old feuds back in the day, like Cena and Orton. They must have 12 matches, back and forth with the belt. You'll never see that again.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Not really.
Not really.
I mean, this Cody thing has kind of lasted a year or so, but kind of not.
Yeah, kind of off and on.
Yeah.
To see Deanna get another match and have us actually stretch a little bit, it'd be nice. It won't happen, but it would be nice.
Mm-hmm. And Randy is here, and he says, good evening. Hello. Nice to have you here with us. And Shane says that Thunder Rosa is acting like a heel. She has come back with a smart mouth. Thunder Rosa has always had a smart mouth.
Yeah.
She's got a chip on her shoulder, and she's not afraid to use it.
100%.
And do what?
I wouldn't be surprised if she turned heel.
I know, but
I don't know why she.
They kind of need baby faces, though. All of their faces are turning heel. It feels like Willow Nightingale could turn heel at any second.
Yeah, but right now you have 2 heels as champions, so I don't think you need more heels. Although, yeah, it'd be nice if Willow turned on Mercedes. That would be interesting. That could build a nice feud.
Mm-hmm. And Deanna sometimes acts like a heel, too, so you never know.
That's true.
But it seemed like for a while that they were hiding Thunder Rosa and tucking her away on Collision, and it felt like she wasn't allowed on Dynamite almost. So I'm happy to see that that's not, that they're bringing her over onto the show that has the most viewership too. She's a very compelling character. I think she needs to be on, where the eyeballs are too. So.
Agreed.
And we're staying with the women. We're supposed to hear from Mercedes Moné. What did you think of her debut last week?
I liked it. I mean, she came across very excited to be there. She wasn't like she was going through the motions. She got a huge reaction. I mean, it wasn't her hometown. She's from Boston, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, she got a huge pop. She looks good. She looks in shape. She looks like she's been, she can go. So I don't know. I mean, you definitely got to keep her face for a while.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to get booed, but she does have that natural, I don't know, heel tendency almost.
100%.
So at some point we'll probably see a heel Mercedes Moné, but I don't think it's going to happen quite yet. It'll be a little bit.
Yeah.
Because people are still excited to see her.
Yeah. She's one of the few, I think, that does it well either way.
Mm-hmm.
There's some people that I just unfortunately, I think Willow is just an amazing baby face. And I wouldn't like to see her as a heel. I could see it, but I don't think she would make a really good heel.
I don't think so either.
Or Mercedes, I think, can do both. Mercedes has that knack where she could easily be one of the top faces, and she could easily be a really strong heel.
I agree with that. And Britt Baker is kind of the opposite. She's a really great heel, and I can't really see her as a babyface.
We're on the same page. She's the one that I don't know. Stay heel. You just don't cut. She doesn't have that personality. Like, she just comes across like kind of phony when she's a face. I don't like it either.
And I don't know, maybe they're building something with her and Willow. There is like, this natural storyline that is there because Willow did beat her in that match where she broke her ankle and won the title over in New Japan. Yep. So there's a good foundation there. So that's okay to build off of. But speaking of Britt Baker, I would really like to see her come back and get in Mercedes' face, being like, this is my women's division, not yours. And that kind of thing. That would be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah. Amen. I like to see that too.
And Randy says, going to be another great show tonight. Can't wait. Yes. I'm excited about it too. Okay. Moving on. Ray, I don't know how I feel about this.
I don't know how to feel about this either. I know you and Eddie have this bond, so I'm going to tread very, very lightly. I can see this going either way. Unfortunately, I feel like they're really building something with this new elite.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I could easily see Okada getting this win and becoming the new champion.
I agree with that.
Because they're building this up and they're trying to make this new elite, legit. Maybe a new member is going to come in and interfere and cause Eddie to lose.
I don't think so, because I think they're going with the continental rules where there's no outside interference allowed. I think that's the case. I would hate for them to do this just because they've been leaning on this for so long. Either two things happen. Either one, Okada just beats Eddie Kingston and gets the title. Or it's a draw and there's a rematch on Dynasty on April the 21st. And then Okada wins there.
I don't know.
I don't want them to do a draw because they've been leaning on that a little too much.
They have draws in those types of matches?
Yeah, there was a draw between two people in the Continental Classic, and I can't remember who it was.
Oh, you're right. They do have
Nielsen and somebody, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're right. 100%. They do have draws. So, yeah.
Where each person got 1 point or something like that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Unless the Bucks interfere, but if there's continental rules, you're saying there's no interference. So,
yeah, if they interfere, then Okada will be disqualified.
Yeah. So if it's gonna go straight up, yeah. I don't want to see him lose this. He just, he's only been the champion for a minute, so I like to see him keep it a little longer.
Yeah, I have a feeling I know what they're about to do, though. Eddie Kingston is also about to face Mark Briscoe for the Ring of Honor World Championship on Super Card of Honor on April the 5th. And I 100% expect Mark to win that match, and I'm okay with that because I love Mark Briscoe and I think he deserves it. And he would actually be present on Ring of Honor television too, which Eddie Kingston, I love you. You're my absolute favorite. You have my heart, but you haven't been on Ring of Honor television and you're their champion. So that's not great. But I can see Eddie slowly losing all 3 of his belts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then him going crazy and going on like this wild spree of self-destruction almost, and then him having to gather himself back up and then maybe eventually going after the world championship. I don't know, but maybe something like that.
That would actually make sense. Now you're talking. That's a good plot. he's losing everything and he goes crazy. Okay.
Yeah, he is the Mad King after all, so.
Yeah, that could work. I definitely see the ROH title going to Briscoe. Like, you have to. It's the right thing to do. Briscoe's always there, like you said.
Yeah. And that's the only time where I'm like, okay, I will accept Eddie losing for this. Any other scenarios? No. And even though this, I can see the realistic thing to happen, I'm still not happy about it. And I'm sitting there going, stupid Okada, I hate you. But
Oh my match. I was like, oh my God, this is gonna be ugly. I was like, poor Marie's gonna lose her mind.
yeah, it's not gonna be pretty at my house.
Oh, I'm so glad that I'm not there. I couldn't handle seeing you. Like, you're gonna be a mess. But hey, like I said, I could easily see Eddie winning it some way somehow. So
Yeah, maybe.
I won't be shocked. But it's a great match. Like I said, this is a feud. There's actually a story behind this. So kudos to Tony for actually doing something that actually makes sense. These two actually have a little beef behind each other. So.
And I was excited that I got to see him challenge Okada and the Young Bucks to a tag team match.
There you go.
That was fun. I didn't think he was going to be there because he had showed up the night before, and I was like, he usually only shows up on one or the other, not both. So I was like, oh no. But he did, and I was excited about it. And it's exciting that it's Okada too. So I was happy about Okada coming until he started beating up on Eddie Kingston, and then I'm like, okay, you need to go back to Japan. This is no, just go, just go.
But that heel turn was so obvious when he got in the ring. I was like, he's gonna turn right now. I just felt it.
Yeah.
And
has Eddie and Okada ever wrestled each other before? I've seen them in tag team where they're teaming with each other in New Japan.
Never fought each other. I could be wrong, but I don't think so.
So that'll be exciting. That'll be a possible first time ever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Shane says Eddie Kingston is a better contender than a champion.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Don't fight me!
How rude.
Girl. Like I said, I'm treading water.
I know it's more fun to watch the babyface chase than it is to actually have them be the champion, but rude.
Yeah, it's rude.
It's still rude. I understand where you're coming from, Shane. It's all in good fun. All right. The main event, more than likely, will be this. For the TNT Championship, we had an I Quit match between Christian Cage and Adam Copeland. And what is up with the raccoon eyes with Adam Copeland?
I have no idea. Like, what is that even about?
My brother and I was like looking at each other like, why did he paint his eyes black? He was like, is he is he doing like makeup now? I was like, no, I don't know what he's doing. He looks weird.
Yeah, now he's possessed Adam Copeland. I don't know.
I don't know. He's losing his mind over this Christian Cage thing.
Definitely. This is weird. What's that bat he has? He named it something?
I don't remember what the name of it was. I just remember him saying it was a gift from Mick Foley.
Yeah. So, I mean, at least there's a story. At least they've had a couple of matches already. So,
yeah,
kudos to that. This isn't rando. Adam's got to win, or you know what they say, blank or get off the pot. Like, this is it. I've had enough of this, so I need this to end one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
So gets destroyed and some way somehow loses if like everybody in Christian Cage's little stable attacks him. I could easily see Kill Switch, Luchasaurus, whatever you want to call him. I could see him finally waking up and turning on Cage. And causing,
Maybe.
yeah, I could see that. I could easily see that. And Adam's getting the 1, 2, 3 that way, or making him quit. I should say, because it's not a pinning type of situation. So yeah, I could see Kill Switch doing something. This would be the time to do it.
Yeah, it would be the time to do it. They've beaten Luchasaurus's character down so much to where he kind of looks like, I don't know, not like a threat anymore. Like Christian Cage has taken his soul.
Like he's not this fearful character anymore. It's sad. Like Lucha to like be something. Now it's like you don't even think of him in like title contention or anything like that. Like it's just it's Luchasaurus, whatever.
Like he won that TNT championship off of Edge, and then Christian Cage just made him give it up, and he just did it.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, bro.
Well, Waller's going to do that and give it to Adam, so that's going to be great. I can't wait for that. Well, no, he can't. Forget it, because he got his brains kicked in. Never mind.
Oh, no.
Yeah, remember Samoa Joe tapped him out.
I didn't get to see the match.
That was horrible. Like, they just buried him. I don't know what that was about.
Poor Wardlow.
Poor Wardlow.
Once again, here we are again.
The hair.
It's the hair. I'm telling you. He's Samson.
I would let my hair grow for like 6 months and wouldn't cut it. Get my powers back. Because, man, the decline on that dude is horrible.
Yeah. It's like if you weigh more than 160 pounds in that company, like, watch out. You're
doomed.
You're doomed. It's the exact opposite in WWE. If you're less than 160 pounds, you're doomed. But
you're going nowhere. Yeah. If you're a big dude, forget it. I can't think of a big dude there that's striving right now in AEW.
I can't either.
I really can't. I'm thinking. No, Brian Cage. Trainwreck. Warlow.
Powerhouse Hobbs.
Yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs. Trainwreck. You would think the Gates of Agony would be a dominant tag team.
No.
Horrible. And
Lance Archer.
Sorry, Lance Archer. Yeah, think about it. Yeah, my God, it's crazy.
Miro is MIA.
Yep.
It's crazy. And even on the girls' side, you would think that Nyla Rose would be dominant too. And she got she got beaten pretty bad by Athena.
Yep.
And went, crawling back to wherever it was that she was at.
Horrible. Yeah. You got to be, 32 pounds to be successful there. It's crazy.
It is crazy. And I'm not saying that they should hang their hat on look and muscle mass and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There is a trend. And it's okay. And some of these guys are really good too. They are compelling characters. It's not like they're not. So
yeah.
Miro's TNT championship reign is one of my favorites.
100%. And if you watch a Brian Cage match, Brian can work.
Mm-hmm. He can.
And you would think he's a guy that bags groceries. Like, I don't understand it. How is he not a champion of some sort?
Or at least doing something without losing to someone half his size every week.
Exactly. Makes no sense. I don't get that one either.
Back in August, we went to a collision, and it was him and Big Bill versus FTR. And Brian Cage had Dax on his shoulders. And Cash Wheeler climbed up to the top rope and was jumping on him. And he caught him, too. And he did a fall-away slam on both of them at the same time.
Unbelievable.
It is.
And yet I don't know. I don't know if Tony Khan does it deliberately because he wants to say, look, Vince, I don't need a big guy to be the champion. I don't know if that's like what he's thinking in the back of his mind. Like, hey, I can make these little guys, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird, but you nailed it right there. Like, it's weird.
It is weird. Christine is saying that it was fully stick, full of spikes. Yeah, it was his bat or whatever it was. And she agrees that it's time for Kill Switch to turn. She does not like She does not like Christian Cage. Christian Cage has been amazing.
Yeah, one of the best they have.
Yeah, absolutely. And Harry, HBT from the Straight Up Wrestling Show, he says, "Hey, Marie and Ray, I was in another room, but I was listening, and I know you were wondering if Okada and Kingston ever wrestled. They haven't, so this should be good." Ooh, so it is a first-time one-on-one match.
So this is going to be good. Like I said, if they do this legit and they have this, rules, yeah, it's going to be a really good match.
That's exciting. I'm so excited about that. And he also says, Harry says, it seems they have no clue how to book big men, and it's not just AEW. It goes all the way down to the indies. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I've seen some questionable booking decisions on the indies as well.
Yeah.
And Shane would like a match between Brian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs. That would be fun.
That'd be great.
If they don't make both guys look terrible, that'd be great. All right, Ray, that's our AEW card. Do you have anything else you would like to add or talk about or plug or?
Still working on the podcast, so I will keep you posted. I'm very happy Orange lost that belt. That was like the 4th of July and Christmas for me. That was a great moment. I had fireworks. I had streamers. I had music. It was a great day. So I just want to let you know. I know your ears were probably burning because that was a highlight of my week. See him lose and lose definitively. It was amazing. Let's go Undisputed Elite. That was beautiful. So happy that he's not champion anymore.
I forget who has it now.
What's Cole's best buddy's friend? Not Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh, that's right, Roddy.
So good for him. Kudos to him. I want Adam to finally get out of that wheelchair and please wrestle at some point this year because I know it can't be that bad. You didn't tear your back. It's just just a foot. Like, dude, I
think he's buying his time, and then one day he's going to spring out of that wheelchair and just run and hit somebody over the head or something.
MJF or whoever. Yeah. Because there's no way you could tell me he's not even at least 50, 60% at this point. It's been a couple of months.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a little bit. I think, when did he hurt it?
I want to say
October?
October? I want to say it was way before Christmas. I want to say October, November-ish. That's he didn't tear his foot completely off. It was was it a fracture or a break? If it was a
Something
break,
like that.
3-4 months. I don't get it. Drink some milk. I love you, Adam, but come on. This is just, no. I call a spade a spade. He's my absolute favorite. He's your Eddie. It's just killing me. He's not doing something now. I'm I don't get it.
I think they're about to, though, because this dynasty, this AEW dynasty, with the colors and everything, it just screams MJF to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
About you, but I think it's coming.
It's coming. It's definitely coming. And it'd be a hoot if Kyle O'Reilly actually teamed up with MJF.
Yeah, they did that really weird, though. Kyle O'Reilly comes in there and he hugs them, and they give him a shirt, and he's like, no, and he starts crying, and he walks away, and I'm like, okay.
That's what I'm saying, is it's a setup.
What is this?
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if he did team with MJF. That would be
really interesting.
Yeah.
It would make sense at least. So we shall say. But I don't know if I told you, I'm so happy Orange lost. It's the greatest day.
Christine is asking, have you heard anything about MJF possibly not coming back? I saw an article mention he may not be back. I think he resigned. He's going to be back soon.
Yeah. I heard he resigned already, too.
Yeah. And I'm pretty sure if he decided not to and he went over to WWE, that WWE would not make any hesitation on bragging that to people like MJF is here, like they did with Jade. So
yeah, 100%. Like, do you think they would let that just not, come to the light? That's no way.
No
shot. No shot.
All right, guys. Well, that is the show. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it. Ray all day is excited about it. So make sure you guys have a great evening enjoying AEW Dynamite. And I will be back next week. Same time, same streaming platform.
Thanks for having me again, as usual.
Yes, this has become a great tag team. We might have to go after some podcast tag team championships. I don't know.
Ready to team up. I got you.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time. Bye.